can you tell me, can you tell me the way that this should work?
Alright then guys, vlog 2 can be filmed in easy rapid succession, so they're kind of going to look kind of similar, but we'll dismiss that for now. So this one's all going to be about shots and the kind of shots we'd like to use in the film and that kind of stuff, so the basics of how we would like to shoot. Now we in our shot list we took a lot of inspiration from a short film we found on the internet, The Life of Death, which is a short film by Dubin Dubinek. Sorry if I mispronounced that. I'll put a link in the vlog, or in not the vlog, the blog. Sorry. So shouldn't need to be looked up. And it uses at the beginning a almost shot montage where it takes a bunch of shots that kind of almost set the scene and almost the tone of the film as well. So we were kind of deciding with this, we were gonna kind of steer a little bit from what they did. They have a graveyard shot in the very beginning, and we were planning on kind of pinching that and borrowing that graveyard shot. So could be borrowing that, and that would kind of show like that kind of, obviously it's like oh there's something to do with death obviously, and it almost kind of like sets almost a kind of full circle image that's going to be by the end of the film. And then after this we were looking at something maybe like a time lapse of the sun rising, and maybe a time lapse of trains and people walking around, general like long and far and establishing shots, usually high angle, to kind of give that almost watching over and almost sped up as though it's the same routine over and over again. Because it's a very unique idea and it's played on quite a lot, the idea that we're all stuck in this routine. And then it makes the audience then sympathise with death a lot more, because then it obviously shows that she's stuck in some kind of routine, having to take lives every day, and how hard that must be for her. Then the next thing we were going to plan on doing was it's kind of basic, but it's simultaneously it's not if you use it right. We're going to play a lot with close-ups and extreme close-ups, and while they've done a lot, I feel that with a close-up and extreme close-up, if it's done right, it can be extremely powerful. Like, yes, it's in animation, but there's in quite a few animations there's a shot and you have a close-up of just the person's head, and almost from their nose up is all in shadow, and it's just the lower half of their face you see, with perhaps they're crying a tear or whatever. And we were going to play on that with ours to kind of show that like she's trying to fight this emotion, and she's obviously emotional with what she's got to do, but she has to do it and she realises that, so she's getting on with it, to again make her seem more human, almost pull sympathy from the audience, I think. And what we were really gonna we were gonna play on a lot of panning and tracking shots with the camera movement and such. Lots of use of drones and hopefully a use of a drone and stuff like this, because it really, again, it gives you like that audience is there kind of feel, like you are actually there watching it. Like one shot we wanted to use was we were going to start at Death's feet and slowly come up, so if this is Death, slowly come up and out from her to kind of show her full body outfit, get a full shot, a long shot of her, so you could show the full character and give the audience a time to like take her in almost, because again it kind of it adds that suspense, adds that kind of suspense to the scene, and really kind of allows the audience to kind of like be part of that world. And then back to the drone. We were hoping to use the drone for a couple of shots, not to film our own train shots and stuff. But not only that, but we were also planning on using the drone to film almost these scenes where she's in large rooms or she's walking around and it's just her, even though there's hundreds of people, it's just her, like she's always on her own, everyone else is talking and she's on her own, to kind of show the solitude and the almost concept of this lone figure as Death, playing on lots of old world imagery, if you will, old world imagery of death. And again, because a lot of this film is going to be making the audience kind of realise that being death isn't really what you think it is, because we always picture death as this cold, hard skeletal being. He's got his scythe, he's got his cloak, and he just does his job. So again, it's always a he, so that's why we wanted to use these shots to kind of play on that kind of solitary, loner kind of young girl. So she has to kind of like fight this on an internal emotional level, to really play with the audience's minds, and again to add that enlightenment that will pull in our reformer target audience. Another shot we were going to use is we were going to really try and focus on high angle shots. We're going to really try and stay away from low angle shots a lot of the time, because it gives that kind of overwatching feeling, and it almost makes the audience as though not that they can change something, but it almost makes them a much more powerful agent in the film, and it gives them a better look, if you will, a better view of the action. Really, that kind of comes in for that's about it for shots. Again, this is all hoping that we are able to get the drone that we want, and we should be able to, so that should be all good. So that'll be it for this vlog. Should I think of any more, should we as a group come up with anything more, I'll create a second vlog and put it in under, noting that it's an addition vlog. But that should be it for now. See you in a minute on the third vlog, when we're going to talk about props, hair and makeup. Alright.